Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital suggests that Britt Westbourne might be undergoing a breakthrough treatment for her Huntington's diagnosis, something that could explain that mysterious drug injection she took before bed in the July 29th episode. While Huntington's is a very serious and real medical condition, the show may be heading down a classic soap opera route by offering Britt an experimental or miraculous solution. Lisa Lobrecht has been revisiting the pain surrounding Britt's diagnosis and how deeply it affected both of them. GH writers have done well to weave this into the storyline, instead of brushing it aside or hoping viewers would forget. This isn't a forgotten subplot. It's front and center again, and that may tie into the nightly injections Britt has been taking in secret. Since Kelly Thibault has confirmed she's portraying Britt, we can be certain this isn't some clone or imposter storyline. The real Britt still has Huntington's, so the injections may be a form of experimental medication or an unapproved treatment she's receiving, possibly in return for work she's doing on a highly classified operation. If that's the case, it would be an effective way to ensure Britt stays compliant with whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes. The threat of cutting off access to her treatment could be used as leverage, keeping Britt obedient and locked into whatever questionable activities she's involved in. There also seems to be a strong emotional pull back to Port Charles. Britt was recently seen searching for information about the nurses' ball, clearly missing home, and more importantly, her mother. Once in bed, Britt even whispered "goodnight, Mother," suggesting that Liesl is constantly on her mind, even if they can't be in contact. There may be strict rules about who Britt can talk to and what connections she's allowed to maintain. If she's part of some covert arrangement, cutting ties with her old life might be one of the terms she's forced to accept. It'll be fascinating to see how far-reaching these rules are, and whether her compliance is truly being rewarded with what appears to be a miracle Huntington's treatment. Fans will recall that Britt inherited Huntington's disease from her late father, Caesar Faison. It's a cruel and incurable condition that slowly destroys the brain's nerve cells, leading to loss of motor control, cognitive decline, and ultimately death. Britt's diagnosis was first revealed in 2020, and since then, the character has been on borrowed time, savoring each day while struggling to mask the fear that lurks beneath her confident exterior. Unlike many soap diseases that are often misdiagnosed or magically healed, Huntington's is real and terminal. GH has handled it with surprising realism. Until now, viewers have noticed that Britt's physical symptoms haven't progressed as fast as expected, and her energy levels seem too high for someone facing such an aggressive condition. This has sparked a wave of speculation. Is Britt receiving an experimental treatment off-screen? Recent scenes have given fans a major clue. In one poignant episode, Britt was shown injecting herself with a mysterious substance before bedtime. The scene was subtle, not dwelling too long on what the syringe contained or why she was administering it. But in the world of daytime television, there are no meaningless details. This deliberate moment raised eyebrows, especially among viewers who are closely following her health story. Could this nightly injection be a form of experimental gene therapy? Or is Britt using something to manage the symptoms and buy herself more time? Some fans think she's undergoing a hush-hush clinical trial, using a revolutionary treatment not yet approved by the FDA. If true, this would mark a bold new chapter in Britt's journey, and possibly position her as a symbol of hope in the GH universe. In real life, there is currently no cure for Huntington's disease. Treatments are limited to managing symptoms with antidepressants, antipsychotics, and physical therapy. However, research is ongoing, especially in the field of gene silencing therapy, which aims to reduce the production of the mutant Huntington protein responsible for the disease. If Britt is indeed part of a secret trial, it could explain why she's been so cagey about her prognosis. She may not want to get her hopes up, or risk disappointing the people she loves, by sharing news that is still uncertain. Her decision to keep it quiet could also be a defense mechanism, shaped by years of trauma and a tendency to isolate herself emotionally. Interestingly, Britt has been acting more like her old self lately, sarcastic, bold, and occasionally reckless. This shift could be a result of reduced symptoms, or even the psychological effect of believing there's a light at the end of the tunnel. If the treatment is working, even temporarily, It may give her the confidence to reclaim her identity and lean into life with renewed vigor. But there's also the possibility that the injection isn't a miracle at all. Some viewers fear Britt may be self-medicating, using a cocktail of anti-anxiety or pain relief drugs to mask the worst of her symptoms. In that case, the bedtime injection could be doing more harm than good, and her upbeat demeanor could be nothing more than a well-crafted illusion. The secret syringe opens up a fascinating web of possibilities. The idea of a full recovery for Britt is enticing, not just because fans love the character, but because it would be an emotional victory against impossible odds. However, the soap world thrives on drama, and a full-fledged miracle might rob the story of its emotional stakes. On the other hand, if GH is looking to surprise viewers, they could flip the narrative entirely and introduce a fictional miracle cure. This would give Britt a new lease on life, perhaps even allow her to return to her role at the hospital full-time, rekindle a romance, or consider starting a family. On another note, Jen Sidwell hinted that Professor Henry Hank Dalton has a secret male associate, someone Hank seemed genuinely fearful of. That ominous figure could be tied to the organization Britt is working with, or even leading it. If so, Britt might be caught in a much bigger web of secrecy than anyone realizes. With her health, her freedom, and perhaps even her future hanging in the balance, Britt's choices from here on out could shape not only her fate, but the lives of those closest to her. All signs point to a major reveal in the coming weeks. Whether it's through a medical emergency, a spilled secret, or a confrontation with someone close to her, Britt's hidden health strategy won't stay buried for long. If Britt is receiving experimental treatment, viewers will want answers. Who's behind it? Is it funded by the hospital? Does someone from her past, perhaps a secret ally or lover, have something to do with it? Could we even see the return of a former GH doctor with ties to rare disease research? Whether Britt Westbourne is on the brink of a miracle or spiraling into deception, her storyline has become one of the most compelling on General Hospital. The mysterious nightly injection might be her lifeline, or a final act of desperation. Either way, the coming episodes promise major revelations, and fans won't want to miss a moment. For now, all we can do is watch, speculate, and hope that one of GH's most complex characters gets the resolution she deserves, be it healing, peace, or a powerful final chapter. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.